Hello, Chameleon Academy. Hey, I have a lot of friends on today, and that is because we have a lot going on. I'm going to move my camera here so we can actually get Yvette. There we go. There we go. Hello, everybody. Let's take a look at the comment section. Well, we got all sorts of people.
Man,
Joanne, Mikey, James.
Mikey.
I've got my co-hosts in the chat.
Well, I gotta hit that like button.
All right. Well, is it buffering only for me? Jenny, I am not sure. Hopefully it evens out. Oh, we got Tia. Tia's from Finland. I always love saying that. We got Tia from Finland and Jenny from Germany. Anybody else from around the world, please let us know, because I love knowing how far we're reaching. So, everybody,
hey,
as you notice, we have a whole lot of people on, and that's because we've got a whole lot going on here in the Chameleon community. But we'll do a little bit of introductions here. I'll start with Yvette. Over here is my wife, and she provides a lot of support behind the scenes. And then to my left is Mikey from Canada. Hello, Mikey. Right,
hey, everybody.
Is Eliza Ann. Hello, Eliza.
Hi, Camille.
And then there's James Cross. All right. Yeah, he's the guy here.
What's up, gang?
And so we've got a number of box openings. Right now, I'm going to do the one for mine first, because this is the Chameleon, not the Chameleon, the coffee package from Tarantula Collective. You know, Richard Stewart, who's always a supporter of the show, and he runs Tarantula Collective. And so he's got this, he does coffee. And so he's got this gift box of coffee. And so just opening up the box, we see his photography. He's incredible when it comes to photography. But we haven't even gotten to the box yet. I'm just trying to get to the box. And the reason, look at this. All right, so this is the box here. This is a nice box, let me tell you. I'm going to go ahead and open. And the reason why I don't have coffee is because there's coffee in here. And so Yvette is going to, once we unbox, is going to go grind it and then bring back some coffee so we can taste it. All right. More photography. My goodness.
Let me see.
There we go. More photography. You know, these tarantula people, they're all kind of morbid.
I love it.
All right. And then, oh my goodness, look at this presentation. All right. The Tarantula Collective sticker for the year. A scorpion. I'm actually not sure in what. Could you open that? Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Keychain.
There we go. Keychain. By the way, everybody, I don't know if any of these are available, but if they are, last time I checked, there was only 15 left. But at tarantulacollective.com, and it is worthwhile supporting Richard. He is a great member of the community. You know, I very much appreciate and respect creators in the community that support the community and are not just here to, do the latest. Hey, I'm a digital influencer, but Richard's a really good guy. And all right, I like this. This is a coaster. It's like it's made of rock.
Love it.
So I like that. I'm going to keep that right here because my coffee is going to go on that. And then, we got all sorts of inside the cup. We got all sorts of stickers. These look like they may glow in the dark. So there may be some fun to be had here. Pins. All right, cool pins. All right, so you know what? And oh, he got a he's got a interesting pin. I'm not sure. Let me put that up there like that. So it's got one of those. I like those backs
Maybe.
for pins. Although it's not an soft. It's not an enamel pin. It's a I'm not sure what it is. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Let me see.
Can you?
Anti-venom.
Yvette, my lovely assistant that the box is hiding is going to open that. We're going to figure out what it is.
Oh, it's a magnet.
Maybe it's a jumping spider.
No, oh my gosh. It's a magnet for something.
It's a magnet for
No,
something.
maybe something can be magnetized. Whatever. It's a magnet. Oh, look at. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. So there's.
It's engraved.
I don't know if you can see. Going to have trouble for the camera getting this, but it's engraved with Tarantula Collective. It's the artwork.
Oh, it's super cool.
It's this artwork, and there's a magnet, so you can put it on something.
Let me see that. Watch. Can we touch?
Tia says it's
a
anti-venom.
magnet. That's right.
All right. Anything more in this cup?
Don't know.
All right.
That's bomb.
Oh,
wow,
my
that's
goodness!
gorgeous.
Now this is a coffee-sized cup. All
That's a
right.
meat-sized cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Here, I'll take that because I'm gonna put your.
Yeah, I think the next Chameleon Academy mug
Needs
has to
an
be that
upgrade.
size. So, all right, everybody, it's decision time
Oh, wait,
because
there's a third one.
yeah, but that one that's the
Oh, we got one.
that's the extra. That's the zebra knee that we had before. So, all right, we have to make a decision, and we're gonna take a vote here. And Yvette's vote counts more than anybody's. So we've got Brazilian black, which is a dark roast. And we've got Brazilian jewel, which is a light roast.
Oh, I know which one I'm going for.
Oh, which one are you going
The
for?
light one.
Light one? All right. Why are you going for the light one?
Because I like light. It tastes smoother and it's stronger.
Okay. As much as I drink coffee every week,
They all taste the same sometimes.
I have no idea
He's just
anything
a
about
wave.
coffee. Like she's the one who knows everything. So okay, we're gonna be trying the Brazilian jewel light roast, and Yvette is gonna go grind up those beans, and
Yeah. All right, you.
I'll get my coffee when my great
Get your
support.
coffee
Thank you.
thing ready. Bye. I'll see you.
That's right. You know, she does this all the time because
I like
loving
cream
a
and
chameleon
sugar in
wrangler
mine.
ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh my
Cream and sugar in mine, Yvette.
That's right. We'll just, you know what? I'll just have cups for everyone.
I got mine.
All right, everybody. What are we opening? We just we just opened the gift box from Tarantula Collective. So okay, Troy is putting in his vote here. Voted for the dark roast, but it's noon, so light roast is okay, I guess. Yeah, I actually, honestly, I don't know the difference. That's why I have Yvette. She knows these things, and she knows what's good. So I trust her. Now, while we're waiting for that, perhaps we need to deal with an issue. The issue is that Mikey Ben in the upper right-hand corner got a little bit of a mysterious package in the mail. You want to show us what this? Oh my goodness! What the heck?
That's quite a box.
That is quite the box. Although I see a little Home Depot on it.
And
There's
dust.
a clue. There's a clue.
That's why I thought it was my son's at first. Home Depot is his favorite place too.
Well, what does it say on there?
It says, "Do not open. Instructions to follow."
Oh, okay. Well, since I have absolutely no idea what this is all about,
There's a person's name on there, so he's not very conspicuous.
You're in Canada. They won't let me get away with anything.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm shocked when this. Actually, you know what? We closed the door at night, went to bed. The next morning, my son was the first one up, and he found the box outside, put it inside. I come downstairs going to work, and I'm like, oh God, now Logan's bought more stuff.
Well,
Walked by it twice over, and then my wife's like, why is that box got your name on it? I'm like, what? I was like, oh crap.
well, I received a very ominous letter in the mail that was no return address, no indication, completely black, and it said, give Mikey the go ahead on your Saturday show. And so all I can say is, Mikey, it's time to open it. Let's see what's inside.
I'm sweating a little bit.
And everybody in the chat's going, what's going on? Well, Mikey got a mysterious box, and so was told not to open it. And so we're waiting for the show to see what is in the box. Now, chances are pretty high it has something to do with the Chameleon world, but you know.
Could be.
I was slightly guessing, but I figured, you know what? It's pretty light, so I bet you it'd be an awesome prank if I got pranked.
Yeah, it's not like a big rock.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It is nicely
It comes
packed.
with a dress.
Was that a
just in
marriage
time for
proposal?
spring.
Yeah, all right.
James.
Wow, what the heck? Did somebody pack something? What?
I think he used Flexi on it too.
Protect it.
Oh man, we got to see.
You
What?
sneaky son of a gun.
Huh?
Well, you're
It's a
gonna
lot
have.
heavier now than in the box. I thought maybe in the box. Oh, maybe he was a stinker. Maybe he threw in a T-shirt or something.
Well, let's see what's inside.
How are the holes on the lid? Did a mouse chew those, or do they look nice and brand
Oh,
No, actually, this was done strictly by
new?
professional.
No mouse hole. Great.
Okay. None of you all may know that's kind of a little bit of a backhand towards somebody here
Just like on the last DIY episode.
who is artistic in his implementation.
You guys.
But
there's your clue.
all right, but we got to show all
So
the.
we got, you know,
Your shepherd.
we got all the stuff. Fan,
Okay, fan.
pipe. You got that sexy lead there with that fine precision cutting.
Oh, you got the spa tubing. Oh my goodness, that's high quality.
Yeah. If anybody missed the last DIY cam guy episode,
Yeah, that's
You-
high value stuff.
go back, watch it, and understand this.
So yes, well, everybody, this is the pieces to the fogger that we've been talking about. Yeah, that's the mist maker. If you all have been
That's a high
seeing
one.
on Wednesdays, we have the DIY Chameleon Guides. It's a YouTube show that James and I do, and we've been teaching everybody how to make foggers. And this is important because it's just so. Yeah, there's the float.
Float for
It's
the
so difficult
Pedro.
that to find a good fogger. The foggers that are available for reptile, us in the reptile community are pretty. I mean, they work, and I still recommend them, but only because nobody's really put together anything better. This is something better. Oh, this is it.
Skipping sleep. She doesn't know this is going on.
On the donkey.
Don't drink.
Oh, yeah.
My wife's
And-
probably going to steal it on me.
And for those who are not watching the DIY Chameleon Guys, the donkey is our official.
You guys
Look
are
at
too much. I'm smitten. You guys really got me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The The donkeys are our official DIY Chameleon Guys mascot because James has 2 of them, and randomly through our recordings of the episodes, they just walk through. And so we love it every time. And so now, let's go ahead and talk about the implementation and how it works, because Eliza Ann there was the recipient of one of these as well. And for all those wondering why they are getting these, it's because of things that they have done in the community that required a response. So T-shirts, fun messages, they needed to be responded to. So
Thank you.
but Eliza,
You
let's
got
go
me
ahead
back,
and
Tim.
talk about yours. You got one since you're in the United States. Yours got in a whole lot sooner than Mikey's.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Mikey.
Yeah.
tell us how it was to put together and how it's working.
So it was pretty well. So for me to go through and find all of that stuff in the store, so I have the skill set of using a hammer and nails. That's it, pretty much.
Okay.
So that was really helpful. I think if you guys do like a checklist or something that could be printed out that people can take, just like from my level of skill set, that would be something I would have to be able to put one of these together. But just having everything, I think watching your guys's DIY beforehand was helpful because I saw it kind of be pieced together a little bit. So as I was opening my box, I could kind of tell what was going where, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was pretty easy. I also had my husband help me because I didn't want to mess it up. Because I would, me. So it was a fun afternoon project we did together, and I will need to make more. So
yeah. And as far as the parts list and such, we're working on a formal guide that will have a parts list as well as a step-by-step done in a nice format.
Yeah.
So that is coming up.
But yeah, really easy. Mine's actually here in this very dark enclosure. Otherwise, the glare's too. The light with the glare, you can't.
Okay, so it looks like it's on.
I tried. I don't know if I can do the like Fogfather salute like you do. I've been trying to fill my enclosure. So this is just a cover. We'll try.
Okay, let's do the official letting of the fog.
Hey, James, I hope this works, but this is for you either way.
Awesome.
Can you
Now
see
we
it?
can see it.
Okay.
We got it. We got it.
Hey.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
I think
And James.
lighting makes it hard to see the fog, but it's pretty thick. Well,
James, in honor of all that you do for the community.
Yeah. Do it. Fog it out. Whoa. I got a 2-for-1. Twofer. Triple the fog. So awesome.
Yeah,
That is really cool.
So, yes, for everybody who's saying, what the heck is going on there? We have this thing here in the Chameleon community about fogging. And so the way I started every episode was the letting of the fog. And that was the official, because James told us how to do foggers. It was whenever James came on, we got the fogging. So it's been a while.
Yeah. We'll have to reinstate that.
That's right. I think Howard's got it right. We were like children playing in the sand. You know what? We are just having fun here. So everybody,
Yep.
I'm not sure you're going to have a real formal episode today because we're just playing. Oh, well, but I do want to take this opportunity because I don't know if I have the same audience here as we do on the DIY Chameleon guys, but making your own fogger is number one. It's intimidating, but it's easy, and so go back and watch those episodes. You can just type in fogger. Search for fogger on the my YouTube channel, the Chameleon Academy YouTube channel, and you're going to find DIY Chameleon guys. Or you can go to the playlist, and there's a DIY Chameleon guys playlist where you get all of the episodes all in one, and you can look for the one where we talk about a fogger. We have 2 episodes. One is talking about how to put together the fogger, and the other is the lessons learned, where I come back and I show the first one that I did, which had creativity, but I share the adventures of doing it the first time.
Tell the truth, Bill. Bill,
What?
tell the truth. You gnawed a hole in it. You used your teeth to gnaw the hole.
I will do whatever it takes. All right. But these things, making your own fogger is just a great way to go, because the ones that we have, and the best one out there that I recommend, is like after a certain amount of time, boom, it starts leaking. It's like, what the heck? Why?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just waiting for somebody to step up to the plate and make something worthwhile for us. Until then, we just have the cheap offshore ones that will work until they don't, or else we make one. And Mikey's showing it off one, and make one of our own
Sticker.
And look at that. So I recommend making one of your own, and boy, you can get a lot of fog out of these things.
Yeah, there's nothing better than these foggers, and that's why we want to make sure that we can give it away to the community and people can do it themselves. You know, we'll just bypass the whole process of putting it on the market and let everybody just make their own. I think it's a great way to give back to the community, and it's something that's really helping out our chameleons. So share it with everybody. I think that's the cool thing about all of this.
Yeah, and we're going to be having John from House of Hydro come on to the show. We're working on getting him to come on the show, and just so you can get to know him, and importantly, he can get to know us.
Yeah.
And it is so important to have that connection between the manufacturers and the people actually using it, because
Right.
I can guarantee you he had no idea that what we're doing in the Chameleon community. I mean, the Chameleon community, we know everything that goes on. This is our hometown. But people outside that are just general reptile people, they don't know what's going on in here. And so it's a good thing when we start connecting and they can see how we're using it. So we're gonna get him on, and then we are going to introduce him to the Chameleon community.
Yeah, and he can get down to all the little nitty-gritty facts and give us some information on how to keep these things running great for a long time.
Yeah.
Not that you really don't need anything, because they're kind of bulletproof. I've had mine running for 2 years, and I haven't had any issues with any of them. So it's going to be great to talk to this guy.
Yeah. And let's see, James, we have a question. Are they adjustable in the amount of fog they produce?
So, Steve, generally what I do is I just buy the fogger transducer that applies to the habitat I'm in. So I just get the amount of heads. But there is a way, Bill and I were talking about it, and I'll probably bring it up in the last episode. And basically, they do have these plastic PVC valves that you can open and close that we could probably put in line. And I might be playing around with that a little bit this weekend. So we'll see if that works, but I think it will.
Show. Okay. All right. We're going to have to do a break. Yvette is back, and how you do the official taste test.
He thought he was getting this cup today.
I did, but
He got the,
I was given this one.
and his is hot. Yours is super hot.
I'm trying to get my cup.
Yo, okay.
We'll see.
It's in the mail,
How
James.
do I get that?
It's coming FedEx,
Wait,
man.
we gotta do one of those where hand it off,
Crap.
and then you grab it.
I want my cup.
Just
Yeah.
send the DoorDash guy.
Ugh.
Yeah, there you go.
Which cup does he want?
I think he wants any cup.
Oh.
He just wants the cup.
All right, drink it, dude.
All right.
It's hot.
No, but you got to do the first.
I did.
What do you think?
It's fabulous. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I like my coffee black.
Looks
Yeah.
like it's going to be a 2-hour episode.
A what?
I said it looks like it's going to be a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, if I drink this, oh my goodness.
Well, I didn't like. It's a deep, wide cup, so it's more like a bowl. So I had to, make sure it wasn't to the top.
Oh man, this is
Good.
good.
It's delicious. I
All
love
right,
it.
guys, go to tarantulacollective.com, and if he's not sold out, please sell him out. It's worth it. I can personally vouch for the quality here.
It's good. This is a good bean.
Oh, look at Howard's comment.
Wait,
I
what did Howard say? Probably something obnoxious,
The
right?
one about enough land.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, he wants James to turn into a fogger manufacturer.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
You are the fog father, though.
I know.
you'll be House of Hydro West.
Right?
Well, James, tell us how complicated is it? We went through all the steps, but if someone were going to start off, how long do you think it would take for someone to put one together?
I think the average person who has zero experience in doing anything might take them 30 minutes to an hour, maybe. I can put one together in about 10 minutes.
Hey, Beaver.
The hardest part of the whole thing is drilling the hole, which you've showed us that, Bill. At one point I was putting them together for about $35. I think the price went up on the actual unit, $10 more, but still, they're still cheaper than buying the one that you get from China. So, and they last way longer. They're way more versatile, and you can add your misting system to it, which gives you that extra reservoir. And I don't know if you guys, how you guys feel about it, but I used to hate changing water, making sure I had to put water in everything every single day.
Yep.
And you got 5 or 6 cages, boy. You're spending a half hour to 30 minutes at night when you get home from work. Then you got to feed, so it's eating up a good hour of your evening every evening, just preparing the animal for the next day. And what I just love about these things is literally I don't do anything until Sunday. So,
Okay.
and I do it on this great show. I forget the guy's name. I don't know, Strand something. But anyway, he does these chameleon chores. And when we do these chores, I'm walking around filling up buckets and listening to all my chameleon people. And it's just
You don't need to
so
have that.
awesome.
Okay. It's okay. Please don't. No, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, this is for me.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
This is all about me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get going because I got some stuff to do. but-
Okay.
So
Okay, I'm going to go with you.
All right. Bye. You want this cup here? It's cold. This one's
No,
cold.
leave it. That's fine.
All right, just kidding.
All right. Well, apparently we've got to
coffee,
show
Yvette.
off our coffee cups.
I need my
Because-
coffee. Oh, cream, sugar.
Someone Uber Eats James some coffee.
Yeah, we need to get coffee everywhere. But
They
Liza,
don't
and you gotta
deliver
show-
out here in the middle of nowhere.
Oh shoot.
Huh?
We got to see your coffee cup. Roxanne loves your
Roxanne,
coffee
you
cup.
have this cup?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, Eliza is a big Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
as is appropriate.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing, though, that we've seen that James has done is not only does he use the 5-gallon bucket, but he uses those huge totes.
Mhm.
Like that. How many gallons is that? The big black.
I have one that is 17 gallons, and then my 2 big ones are 27 gallons.
Okay, 27 gallons. How much cage space do you run with that?
So with the 27 gallon, I'm actually running 3 separate cages and all their misting.
Okay.
And it's lasting me about seven to 9 days on
Okay.
the water there. I have to make sure to remember to dump the buckets. That's the biggest problem. Sometimes you get home, you're tired, you forget to dump a bucket, but it reminds you there's water on the floor. And then the wife comes in, and then you know how it goes. I get handed the mop. I've got to clean it up. So you really try to stay on top of that. I check it about 4 days, and they work really well. I have a 5-head going now, and it's too much fog for 3 cages, really. So Steve's comment about slowing it down, that's what I'm going to try to do next. That's what I was referring to. I bought a couple of those valves, and I think I'm going to play around with it sometime this afternoon. But we're doing some other DIY stuff too this afternoon. So I've got a driveway full of parts, hardware, wood, and if you guys don't start showing up to our show, DIY Chameleon guys, I'm gonna come looking for you. Sending the Fogfather after you. Huh?
Now,
We
James,
need some inspiration, people. Come on.
you
Want
just
more project ideas?
Yeah, well, we're working on yours right now, Eliza Ann.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about it the other day, actually last night. It's like, I can't wait to get this, I don't know what to call it, a cabinet.
Uh-huh.
So I can make something like I have, my enclosures are on these like outdoor, like patio tables. 'Cause that's going to handle, all the water and stuff, but it just, it doesn't look good. So
Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to do is bring up that next level of, instead of having all the wires hanging all over the place and tubing on the sides and lights cattywampus, we're trying to clean all of that up and make it look like a piece of furniture. And I think that's, a lot of people really like that aesthetic, and it becomes part of your home. It's not just a cage with a plant and a stick in it. It's actually something that you can be proud of, and you did it yourself. And that's the part that we really want to try to inspire people to do it themselves.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And so what Eliza Ann and James are talking about is a stand, something you can put your standard 2x2 by 4 foot tall cage. Obviously, can be when you're doing it yourself, you can have any size cage, but we're going to be doing it for a standard 2x2 by 4 foot tall, and it's going to be a cabinet that has everything you need in a cabinet. It's going to have drainage. It's going to have your mist and a fogger. I guess we'll call it.
Don't tell them everything, Bill. Some of it's got to be a surprise. Come on now.
All right. Sorry.
Let me sum it up. I got this. I got it.
All right.
Okay. Bill's going to build his. I'm going to build mine, and we're going to have a contest to see whose is better.
And I'm going to try to not make him look bad.
I'm kidding.
But really, this DIY Chameleon, guys, it's really for the community, and we're making stuff. So if anybody has ideas of what they would like to see, just let us know, because we've got a pretty long list, but I don't have a year's worth of projects, and I always like to have a year's worth of episodes in mind.
Wow, you plan ahead.
What was that?
I said you plan ahead.
I make sure that there's a long-term viability in every project that I do.
I just do whatever in the moment. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, well, this doing this vlog every day was kind of gotten to be in the moment, because I would be like the night before finishing up and living vlog to vlog, and oh my goodness, I just loved it. I loved the life. Oh, but okay, James, you said you slipped something in that needs explanation.
Okay.
You said something about your fogging misting reservoir. So what do you mean? You have one reservoir for fogging and misting?
Yeah, it's all the same thing. Isn't that crazy?
I don't
know.
You're saying is if you DIY it, you get to have the same reservoir. So if I used one of those buckets, if I right now am using one of those buckets for my Mr. reservoir, you're telling me that all I got to do is change out the cover and I've got a fogger as well?
Yep. You literally can just build the fogger on top of your bucket, and you can use the same bucket that you're using for your misting system with your bulkhead that goes to your Mist King. And now you've got both. And you got 4.5 gallons of water instead of, what did they give you? Less than a half a gallon in those commercial foggers that we're buying. And then you're not, and you're literally removing one full appliance now from underneath your habitat. And I don't know about you guys, but my biggest problem is that, and how I came up with the silly idea was, I had all this stuff underneath my 2x2 and I had no way of hiding it. And it just annoyed me that I was looking at stuff everywhere with the wires and everything. So I just started refining it. And that's how the whole bucket fogger came up. I already had a system. I was going to put it in a bigger reservoir, and I'm like, let's see if I can make this thing fit in a bucket. And lo and behold, it worked. Everything literally just had enough space, and it worked perfectly. I was like, okay, this is really cool. So that's how it happened.
That's what I did with my fogger. We put a Mist King in it too. So it's been very, very nice. For sure.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. You go ahead. I'll close it up.
It's one fill up a week. That's my favorite part of all of it. I fill it up on Sunday, and I don't have to look at it again until the following Sunday.
Yep. All my other foggers, I fill them up either every other day or every 3 days.
Yeah. Now, what is really awesome about this is once you watch that episode about the fogger, and once you get the idea of what we're doing and realize you don't have to use the bucket. You can use anything that you're using right now as a reservoir, as long as it's got water and it's got a top opening that you can put something in, you can turn it into a fogger. And I think that's what's huge about being able to DIY it, is you can adjust it to whatever you have right now. And you can add fogging without adding another reservoir.
Literally, the parts that fit on this bucket fogger will fit on anything. So you can use the same parts for any reservoir you want to put it on. The smallest application is the bucket.
And you can see in that episode that we did that James made one in that big tote.
Yep.
And so you just put, all you need to do is 2 holes for a fan and for the output, and you've got your fogger.
Yeah, I added a 3rd hole to add a way of filling it up with water, and that's going to be one of our next things with Mikey Ben and his special talent for doing 3D adaptability. Is, yep, you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Mikey? We're going to try to see if we can get him to make two separate parts we're looking at, and we're talking about it behind the scenes. We'll bust it out on you guys when we're ready. Got to have some secrets, right?
That's right. Don't get me talking. I'm just so bad with secrets. But yeah, and this is one reason why it's so cool to have this community. Is we just say, hey, we'd like something. We just talk to Mikey, and Mikey will create it. So we're getting to the point where we're going to have an official fogger that you can print yourself and DIY yourself. So
right,
we're getting there. Cool? We're getting there. So
yeah, and don't forget, people, you come to our come to this page or I'm sorry, to the DIY guys. Put some questions in there, that you have, or we want to help everybody do something. So we're more than willing to give you any advice at any time. We've also put together that Instagram page where you can leave questions and answers too. So.
Okay. Does anybody know what this modular rain system from Mist King is? Howard asks about this on a regular basis. And I have, do you mean, Howard, are you talking about the this mist zone. What is it called? It's the rain zone. It's the thing that goes up on top. Is that what you're talking about? Modular rain system. Okay, probably the rain dome thing. So what Miss King has is this this two system. Well, let's see. We had this like 10 years ago, and
yeah, it's a bunch of T's and tubing hooked together to bring the mist head up above the cage, correct? And it sprays it down on the screen.
Guys, entertain the crew for a minute. I've actually got one, and I think I can show it. So
yeah, I think I got one too.
Say hello to everybody.
That's all I got.
Huh? So, Mikey, if you take that lid, I put that drain piece on. It's upside down. The reason I did that so it would all fit in the box. If you flip it over to the other side, that's where you can start. There you go. Yep. And then just stick it through the top on the, turn it around, put it coming out of the top. It goes rubber gasket, then paper gasket, then nut.
What do you call a nut?
Yep. Okay. You know what, yeah, right?
That's why we get along.
Literally, now all you got to do is screw the fan on that guy, and you're ready to go.
All right, I'm coming.
Super easy.
I found it.
I think my son might be jealous. He might want to try to get his hands on it just to play with it.
I know.
Okay, so what it is
okay.
A bunch of pieces, and it's modular, so it can fit different size enclosures. So, let's see, why is it not going together? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. I got this. I got this like 2 years ago because I was going to review it for the Christmas. When I do the Christmas gifts, but why is this not going together? Anyway, you can see it has brackets up there for the tubing, and you just get the mist nozzles, and so the mist nozzles spray up into here, and so you get mist that bounces back as well as raindrops that come down. And it works really. I haven't hooked this one up, but Howard, this is based on a product called the Rain Dome, which we had a company called Aquazamp did that 10 years ago, and I probably still have some of them, and they worked really well. The only problem is that a lot of times the mist sometimes gathers on the screen top of the cage. Sometimes the screen, it takes a while for the screen to let mist through. It's like some coating or something on the screen, but they work well. They work well. Now I'll have to. Yes, James is being distracting. He is playing with technology, but okay, I'm going to.
It's my camera crew.
There we go. Okay, I see what I'm doing.
Let's see if this works.
So this is actually a pretty. There we go. Once you figure it out, it's a pretty elegant design, and so I think it's the design is good. And the concept is good. I mean, we already know the concept works. So, Howard, if you want to experiment with it, it won't be a waste of money. But I should actually do a product review on it. I've got it, so what the heck? Why don't I hook it up? So that's a great idea. Thank you, Nate. I'm gonna do that for a product review.
Here's my product. Ready to see it?
Mhm.
I did the same thing. I was farting around in the garage the other day with some tubing and some tees.
Oh, okay.
So basically, I just took 3 tees, made a couple circles. This sits above the cage. Now when it sprays down on top of the screen, it just makes some rain.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And something that Joanne mentions, and this is so much true for so much of everything that we do, is it just takes up space on top of the cage. And so if you're trying to put everything on the top of the cage, it gets kind of crowded up there, which is why having these I don't know if you can't see, but I have these racks, the baker's racks, that has a shelf that's above like 3 inches above the cage, and I just put everything up on the shelves, and that works so well. So,
I know
means-
it only took a couple of minutes, Joanne. I was just farting around in the garage. I said, hey, I got a couple extra parts. Let's see if this works. And it did.
That'd be a good DIY. Teach us how to do that.
Oh, man. Okay.
that'll be a short.
That'll be a blip. I'll put that on the Instagram page.
All right. Well, you know what? We can have a little clips. All right, and we're going to take a break from today's episode to do a little DIY flash.
There you go. There you
Good
go.
idea.
All right, we're going to do that. So let's see. Nate says just means we need a wider cage and we win, and so does the Chameleon.
Well said.
Yeah. Definitely. So
Can you guys hear my kid running around upstairs?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then I'm going to stop thinking about it. She's just
okay.
playing.
All right.
So she's playing, but I don't want to I don't know.
No, let her play. Let her play.
Yeah, definitely. Sean's dogs bark all the time throughout his whole show, so don't worry about
Okay.
it.
All right. So to everybody in the audience there, do you have any questions for we've got this panel here. This was a panel was assembled because they're all having to do with the fogging, but you have an opportunity to ask James, who's a part of the DIY Chameleon guys, Mikey, who's over in Canada, and it's always fun to figure out how things are in Canada, and then Eliza Ann, who's just an international mysterious person, and so it's always fun getting to know those kind of people. And anybody who paints their own Star Wars mural, you
On the
know,
wall,
you got a quality
yeah.
person there. So
Fun room.
yeah, any questions, please put them down. Well, we got a chance. We'll have everybody here. And while everybody's putting the questions down, I'll say, how do you fog all night or do you fog at interval? Oh, there you go. That's a good question.
So who's he
I'll
asking?
do that for James. And then
Okay.
for Eliza.
Most of the time I fog all night long. I have my foggers kick on at about 11 o'clock and I make sure that the house is cooled down by that time, and then they'll run till 4 o'clock in the morning. And the reason I do that without turning them on and off is I've set my foggers. See, I don't want my cage to be completely consumed with fog. So that's why I buy the mist heads that do the appropriate amount of fog inside of each cage. So if I was with my new ones, that's where I was telling you, I was having a little bit of an issue. I'm getting too much fog. And I don't want to swamp the whole, and I don't want it to be where I can't see my Chameleon in the cage, that thick of fog. So that one's right now, I've set it up to go on 30-minute intervals. So every 30 minutes, it'll kick on for like 5 minutes, and then I have it shut off. But I'm working on a way of just being able to adjust the flow. So I should have that figured out probably by the end of this weekend.
And Tom, I just fog all night. I mean, you look at my care guides, and I have from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. just to help people not overdo it. But for me, I do all night, and it works. The thing is, I have a relatively dry environment, and so I can fog all night, and it's not a problem. But if you got somebody in the deep south, they're going to have to really be strategic as to when they fog.
I fog from 12 to 6, but I live in a pretty dry area as well. And I noticed adding that extra hour kind of helped with my hydration for my chameleons. So
Okay.
mine's constant from 12 to 6.
Let's see. Bob's asking advice on baby Jackson's chameleon fogging. That's what he clarifies. And Bob, you have to be careful with babies because whether it's heat, fogging, UVB, anything, it's really easy to overwhelm them. And so this is one reason why having a large cage or area that you have them in, a relatively large area, really helps out. But when I have had babies, I would use the fogging, and I would just make sure that they didn't have the problem with the fogging. Usually how we implement it is you get this stream of fog out that comes from this small nozzle, and that's not what they get in the wild. I like to have my nozzle in the back corner of the cage, so it's not pointed at the chameleon. It's just pointed down into the cage, and so the fog builds up in the cage. And so the chameleon just becomes enveloped in fog instead of being blasted with fog. And that's even more important for a baby because, the fog stream can be as big as the baby. And so it's not necessarily the fog that's the problem. You got this cool stream of air being shot at a baby. And so it's just big for relative to the body size. And so just make sure that when you're fogging your babies, that it's dissipating. It doesn't have that power. And it works great for babies and hydrating babies. And I like it better than, spraying them with mist. So let's see. For those people without a 3D printer, is there a service you could partner with to get the stuff you designed, printed, and sold to us? There are services that do that. I don't know. And I did a very, very, very informal poll, and turns out there's a lot of people with 3D printers out there. And let's see, and it was nice in fourths. 25% had 3D printers, 25% were planning to get a 3D printer, and 25% knew somebody who had a 3D printer, and then 25% had no interest in a 3D printer. And so, I cut my.
I have an idea.
25%.
If you don't have a 3D printer and you go to a reptile expo that has a 3D printer guy there, make friends with them.
Yeah.
And almost every expo has one of those tables now. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, there were so much 3D printed stuff at the last expo I went to.
Yeah, and so it is easy to meet somebody who's in your area that would be happy to print it. And of course, if you start doing a lot of printing, you can get them pretty cheap. Like for $100 right now, you can get an entry-level model that will work pretty well. So they are becoming more and more accessible. And 3D printers used to be really difficult to get to work, and it was like the things that hackers would work with, because they would just keep sprucing up their machine and adding parts and tuning it up, and it really took that kind of effort to make it work. But now it's getting more and more user friendly. In fact, there is a company called Bamboo, and they have been described as the Apple of 3D printers, and that's not meant as a compliment by the people saying it. They're saying it because you're making it so easy. It's just like you touch a button and then they can 3D print, and it's got a bunch of salty old hackers are not happy that that their hobby has now been turned into a very easy thing that anybody can do. So it is getting easier to get involved, but get to know somebody in your area and they'll probably have no problem printing for you. Let's see. Thinking about suspending my rain zones from the wire shelving to the inside of the enclosure. Interesting. Yeah, Joanne, I'd be very interested in hearing your experiences with this product and what you're doing with it. I still have yet to open my 3D printer from Christmas. Just haven't had. Oh, Stephanie, you need.
What are you doing?
Stephanie, wait, Stephanie, remind me, what kind did you get? What kind did you get? I was just thinking for those people who would rather just pay a premium for easiness and another way to support the Chameleon Academy. So you're talking about me printing for people? I'm not sure if that's what you mean by that. The problem with 3D printing is it takes a long time to do the prints. And I mean, I've thought about how to do some of these to make them available. She's got an Anchor Make. Okay, yeah, she's got a good printer. Stephanie, you've got a great printer. Set it up. And I think Anchor Make, depending upon the model. Oh, now I remember, you got a good one. Yeah, it's not going to be hard. Just plug it in. It's not an acquired taste. Plug it in and start enjoying it.
Maybe she should have been invited on here and she could open her box.
Oh, yeah.
Great idea.
So you are getting an affiliate link with a site that does. Oh, okay. So yeah, Nate, that's a good idea. We got to figure out how to make these things available to people. And you know, the fogger input that I've had here, I am now including that with all of my Dragon Strand cages. So
I love that idea because I did not want to put any holes in my screens. Those cheap $100 enclosures, sure, whatever. But yeah, I did not want to put holes in those.
So, but that's the wonderful thing about having a cage company. If once I say, hey, you know what, cages need a fogger input, and I can just put one in. So yeah, Dragon Strand cages are the full-featured cages. You get everything you need out of the box, and I intend for it to keep that being that. As soon as there's something else we need, I'm going to put it in the box. All right, everybody, we are coming to the end of today's show. If you have any last questions, please put them in the comments. The next time, let's see, I will be doing the Chameleon Chore Night. So I'll be doing fruit fly cultures. James will be filling up buckets.
Filling up buckets.
So,
What? I will be.
all right. Well, Axa, I am very glad that people are doing chores when I'm doing chores. We're all going to do chores together. That's
Making
fun.
fruit flies.
All right, everybody. Then we're going to sign off here. I'll see you tomorrow. And then on Monday, we start the vlog again. If you're crazy enough, you can join us at 5 a.m. Pacific. But just to be clear, that's just the first showing where we're live in the chat. You can access these anytime after that. So if you don't get up at 5 in the morning, that's okay. You can watch it at noon or 3 p.m. So
You know what my favorite day is, Bill?
which is that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Why? What happened on Wednesday?
DIY guy day.
What the heck?
That's my
All
day.
right.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is a pretty special day. I enjoy it
It's
as
super
well.
special.
All right, everybody. Goodbye, all.
Thanks, you guys, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Thank
Mikey.
you.
Bye, Lizanne. See you later, Bill.
It's Mikey and Bill.
Oops.
See you tomorrow night.